Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Bacon Shake Worldwide proudly presents to you the Teach Me to Football podcast. Oh, yes, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Look at all these handsome panelists that I brought with me tonight. Oh, my goodness. I feel like Dorothy in Oz right now. Oh, my goodness. Who do I have here with me tonight? You boys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Justin.
I'm Carolina Mike.
Are you sure about that?
We have Bobby Skinner, we have Ben McNally, we have Justin Fiorillo, and we have the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Carolina Mike. If you do not know who this man is, you probably will tomorrow because someone you like will repost it. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hey, can I do a little something for you real quick?
I'd be disappointed if you didn't, sir.
I just want to say one thing. I got a question. If you had 150,000.
Oh.
All right, that's all.
Oh. I better.
That'd be pretty nice, man. $150,000. I'll take it.
Hey, keep pounding, Carolina Mike. Keep pounding. Let's go.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the second half performance. We will have an encore of maple syrup followed by more money coming out of Carolina Mike's pants. So stay tuned. I know I will. You should too. All right, boys. I guess we're here to talk what? Football? Is that what we're here to talk about?
Football. Oh, no. Football.
Football. All right. So again, right now, if I know my stuff, which I know I do, we have a Eagles rep, we have a Giants rep, and we obviously have a Carolina rep, and we have a Patriots rep. So it sounds like we actually are going to have some interesting things to argue about and discuss. I'm going to just go ahead and let you guys go for it. Carolina Mike, you are clearly the one who's got the most heat, team-wise, and on IG and on social media. So, sir, tell me about this amazing wave that you have been riding and also kind of helped create.
I can't. It's kind of lost for words. Yesterday, the Carolina Panthers made a video using one of my viral videos and stitched it with some player footage, and I mean that thing is super tough, man. Like, I don't even feel worthy. I've been trying to get their attention for a while, and they actually commented on the first viral video, but then that was kind of it. And but just a weird series of events happen, and things are just blowing up, and it's hard to keep track. I got the day job, and so I don't really know what's been popping on the internet, but people are like, there's some guy named Perna. I don't know who Perna is, but someone's like, I'm here because of Perna. I don't know. So
when are they getting you on the payroll?
Oh man.
So
I'm sure they can find the budget.
Yeah, what's work like now that you're becoming so popular?
It's still work. I mean, I got to put food on the table, right? A couple of people will be like, "Oh yeah, I saw your thing," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then I go right on to like projects, man, because got to put food on the table, yo. So just trying to. I don't really do much about at work,
And on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very and 10 being extremely, how angry were those Packers fans when you threw that money in the air at B-Dubs this Sunday?
Dude, they, oddly enough, they just didn't say a word. Like, I think they knew that I was filming, and they were worried about what would happen if they, acted silly. But, overall, they were very nice. That they didn't say anything rude. But boy, you could see it in their faces, like they were just like, I can't believe this just happened. And now he's out here throwing fake money around.
Hey, Carolina Mike, I want to thank you very much on behalf of Eagles Nation for beating the Packers the other week, because sure as hell helped us out. So thank you.
Fair enough. You're very welcome.
Yeah, going on the road, probably to the toughest stadium to win a game in the NFL. That's saying something. I mean, they might be 500 at 4-4, but it's way better than they have been in a long time to this point in the season. So I bet you're feeling nicey.
Right, yeah. Right direction. They're in the right direction.
Yep.
Keep it rolling.
Now, Ben, I know Ben personally, so Ben is going to sit there and shut the hell up because I told him to, but I also love Ben, and Ben knows I know how to throw him touchdown passes. That's why I can do that. But I'm going to talk to Justin and Bobby for a second because, Bobby, I got to meet you this summer, but Justin, sir, I've been chasing you for months. You are one of my first-round draft picks. Yes. So, again, how did you become such an Eagles aficionado, honestly?
I would maybe recommend maybe rephrasing it to fan, because I'm just a fan, and I'm a diehard fan. I've been going to Eagles games and Philly sports games pretty much my whole life since I was a kid. But specifically, I really have a fascination and a love for football, Eagles football. I got into social media about 7, 8 months ago when I talked to you when we had our pre-show meeting, Matt. We had a family business. We owned a Philly pretzel factory franchise for a few years. Made some connections when I ran the business back, doing that and whatnot. It's a whole long story, but make a long story short, sold the business about 8 months ago and pursued my passion, which is creating sports content and Eagles content, Philadelphia sports content on social media. I go to a lot of signings, go to a lot of events. I've been blessed and fortunate enough to make some connections with the Eagles, friends of people who do signings with players of the Eagles. I go to all the events. I document stuff, and I've seemed to. I'm mostly on Instagram and YouTube, and I've seemed to over these past 7 months gain a pretty decent following, and my name's getting out there, I guess. But really, it's just at the end of it, like I stated in the beginning, I'm just a fan with a passion for trying to document a fan's journey. And I'm also a personal trainer. Like that's what I do. Like Carolina Mike, I have a day job and I just stay busy to, I'm a trainer as well. But in my spare time, I love going to events and just putting my stuff out there on social media.
Yeah, I can tell, buddy, because I mean, guys, if you don't know this, Justin probably has like Jalen Hurts' grandma on his phone. Like this guy eats like tea and crumpets with the players, like aunties.
No, I do not. I know, and it's funny you said that, Matt. Jalen Hurts is actually one of the only Eagles. He might be one of only like 3 on the team right now that I have yet to meet, actually. So, yeah, so he's on my bucket list still. I've dapped him up many times, like down on the field, like in tunnel experiences and stuff, but I have never actually formally met him and talked to him yet. So
Jalen Hurts' grandma, watch out. Justin is going to get that
yeah.
number. And
Well,
then,
Keely Ringo's mom is always commenting and liking my stuff, and he's had some up and down. Keely Ringo is our cornerback, and he's had some up and down moments this season. That's all I'll say. But his mom's a sweetheart, and she follows me and likes and always is sharing my stuff and all that. So yeah.
Bobby, I have a question. Now, sir, again, I got to meet you this summer. It was an honor and a privilege. Here's the problem I have with you, Bobby. You and Topher, you rat thinks, kind of somewhat make me care about the dirty New York Giants. I'm like kind of rooting for you guys. When you guys get hurt, I'm like, oh, and then I go, why the hell do I care? Oh, because of Topher and Bobby. So what do you have to say for yourself, sir? For making
I just love being 2-7. That's how I became a Giants fan. And every year we just 2-7. It's no matter what, 2-7. You may get there different ways. So, but this year's 2-7 is at least a little more fun because now we have a quarterback that we're excited about, and Jackson Dart. So it's not your usual boring 2-7. It's an exciting 2-7. So it's Giants football. 1 year we'll get back, and then we'll probably go back to 2-7. But it's we try to have as much fun doing it as possible.
If you win 4 more games, you'd be 6-7.
We won't though, Mike. So we're good.
I know.
Yeah,
Somebody had to do it. Yeah.
Especially with Scatabo going down, that shit was gross.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing is we're just waiting for when something bad happens to Jackson because anything that we have that we like ends up, being an issue. Whether it's Malik Neighbors, Scatabo, but Darts looked pretty good. He had that big breakout game against the Eagles on Thursday Night Football. The run defense has made the last few weeks pretty terrible, but like that's the one thing that's keeping people afloat through this season is the fact that you do have a quarterback who knows how to make some plays.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you worried the way he runs that he's going to get like decapitated pretty soon? Or
absolutely, it's just almost a win and not if. It's just hope whenever he does get injured, it's something slight. I used to get excited about that type of stuff because despite Daniel Jones not having the most success, he would run through dudes' chests at times, and it would get you fired up. But Dart does it even 3 times more per game. So he's obviously got to take care of himself, and maybe it's going to take some 2-week injury or something to do that. But I'm worried about him missing 2 games. I don't think the way he plays makes him susceptible to season-long injuries or anything. It's just you need him to get through a 17-game schedule.
Now, Ben, I'm going to let you be the uncle to rile up all the nephews. So you go ahead and start saying some things that's going to get these 3 all pissed off and yelling at you, and I'll just poke the bear.
Well, I was gonna say for Eli Manning, the Giants, I could say as a Patriots fan, I have a Super Bowl victory over everyone in this podcast recording. But, that's just history. That's why they play the games. You guys could also make the case that almost all three of you have a Super Bowl victory over the Patriots in this same
Yeah.
podcast. Some more than others, some none. We won't talk about that. We're talking about the here and now. But I bet you were all missing the Patriots and how they were the talk of the league. It's only been about 5 years, 6 years, but guess what, everybody? We're back, led by the next great quarterback of the league, the up and coming Drake May. We love what he's seeing. Now, I said this on a different podcast a couple weeks ago, and then he proceeded to keep doing things that haven't been done since a special quarterback was in Foxborough. I believe one stat I heard the other day, and I have to check who's on the list, but Drake May is now the third quarterback to have, I think it was 10 straight games, or maybe, no, I think it was 8 straight games of 200 plus yards and 100 QB rating, and Brady was one of them. I'm going to guess the other one's probably like Peyton Manning or Drew Brees based on those numbers. So, I mean, it's still very early. He's a second-year player, He's having a meteoric rise, but we're feeling good up in Patriot land.
But they isn't their record the easiest?
This is true. Yes, I will admit they have the most cupcake, easiest schedule of all time, and that's not even a joke. I think by the end of the season, the top 10 in the draft order, I think the Patriots will literally have played every single team, and that's not even joking. The Giants, they're going to play later. They've played like the Raiders, the Browns, the Falcons, like all these like yuck teams, and like, I mean, that you play the games, you play your schedule. You can't change the schedule. You can't change your opponents. You just got to go and play the games. Next year, it could be different. We're getting a lot more competitive schedule next year, a lot more tougher road games. So maybe they'll play up to above expectations this year and then come back down next year. We'll have to see. But right now, we're feeling really, really good in New England. I'll tell you.
Drake May looks legit. But I will say I'm excited for the Monday Night Football Giants game there, because
Ooh, yeah, that'll be
no
a good
matter
one.
how bad the Giants are, just seeing those white Giants jerseys against the Patriots,
Those are
it
classics.
just gives me an extra boost of confidence. No matter how bad the
Yeah.
Giants are. So Monday Night Football, I wanted Drake May so badly for the Giants, and
Yeah,
then they
you
end up
you
getting,
and everyone else.
yeah. So they end up not getting him, and then getting Dart a year later. So I'm actually, there's one game I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year. It is that game.
Yeah, that should be a fun game. I think whatever the spread is, the Giants are going to cover it. I think it's going to be a nail biter, 3-point game. The Giants always play us tough, doesn't matter. Preseason, regular season, postseason, Super Bowl. It's always a grinded out game and it's always a thriller. So I'm looking forward to it.
I would say the thing that's in common with the Panthers, the Giants, and the Patriots is that all three teams have a franchise young quarterback. I think that it's a quarterback that they believe in, that can lead them to victory week after week, which is the most important thing. And I think that's something that's the most important piece is having a quarterback. So that's something I think all three teams have right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Carolina Mike, how do you feel about Bryce Young? If it was up to me, I say you need to go back into the draft. I don't think Bryce Young's the answer. What do you think?
You know, I think he has the ability to galvanize the team. Like I saw some clips of him like talking before the game, and I think he's got that leadership that he can use to help them win some close games. And I mean, you saw that was it fourth and 5 whatever against the Pack. He just zips out to the edge and makes just an unbelievable throw. I mean, that's not something you're going to see like every day. In that, I mean, to be able to have the wherewithal in that situation not to cheese up, okay, that takes tremendous focus. And so I would take that and nurture that over the years versus something else. That's just where I'm at.
Are you concerned about his size, because he's more of a slighter quarterback?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I mean, that's a tough one. You got to seal the offensive line.
Yeah.
So that's going to be tough. But I think there's ways around that.
Yeah. He's an accurate passer in like short, medium passes. He's accurate, but he's slight. I mean, from what I've
Yeah.
seen.
Fair.
If you're gonna
Very
be
fair.
that small, you better be somebody like Drew Brees who can chuck it and
Yeah.
put up the numbers. I don't really see that in Bryce Young.
Fair enough. Well, guess
He has
we'll have
time
to
though. He
see
has a
what
lot
the
of time.
future
I think
holds.
he has time.
Yeah, yeah, still second year or
Yeah,
third
yeah.
year now, third year.
Early, very early.
Yeah.
Look at
What do you,
like
Mike? What
Sam
do you
Darnold. You
attribute the
know,
winning to? That's my question because it felt like they kind of offloaded talent, and then at the beginning of the year, I know they got thumped in one of those. Like I think your opener, they got smacked around. What's been the turnaround?
You talking to me? Would turn around with the Panthers?
Of course,
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah.
besides you, sir. Besides you,
Just.
duh.
Well, first off, I'm gonna say like I feel like I'm outmatched when it comes to football knowledge here, so I'm not even gonna pretend to like be all that with the stats and the knowledge. But I I see the leadership from Bryce Young and I see leadership from Coach Canales. Like that right there, I think is going to help bring a lot of the other guys into the fold and help them keep that focus. Like, um, so yeah, for me, one of the things just me personally, I've been working on focus in my tennis game. Fun fact, I love competitive tennis, and I feel like that's a lot of sports, man. It's like you're all professionals out there. You've all been through, all the skills, and you have all the skills, but it's like who can maintain that focus when it really matters.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's been the thing that has turned them around.
Mm-hmm. You wear people out in the tennis or what? You do tournaments or?
I'll wear you out if you step up. No, just
You might not though, sir. You might. We'll see. We'll see.
no,
I'm glad to take that challenge.
it depends. There's sometimes I get worn out. Sometimes people get the better of me, but it's never without a fight. I'll put it to you like that. So
Okay. I like that. I like that.
nice.
Now, Bobby, I got to ask you something, sir. Again, being in the same division as the Eagles and being the only two that are in the same division conference, whatever, you guys see each other a lot. How much do you hate him on the inside? Little, a lot.
Oh, I hate him a lot, but I know how to get under Eagles fans' skin.
Thank you, Bobby.
Just
Thank
talk
you.
about the amount of
It
Super
is.
Bowls, and then no matter what he accomplishes in the NFL, just call Jalen Hurts overrated, and that gets Eagles fans really
Yeah.
riled up. So I know
Well,
how to
I mean,
get them riled up.
yeah, and maybe or maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't know what you guys think. Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? I don't know. I
We'll
mean,
see when he
Ooh,
gets in.
I'm not sure.
hot
I'm not
We
hot
can have
sure.
that
debate
debate
If
for
it
right
was
now. Go ahead
Eli
sure.
and have it
Smith, if
right
it was
now.
Eli
Eh,
Smith with those numbers, would be in the Hall of Fame.
Too
If
soon.
if
But
the if
He
if the
knows how to get me
NFL
riled too. I'm about to pull out all the defenses too.
if the NFL was like the NBA Hall of Fame, he'd already be in before he retired. So
yeah,
He'll be in. A lot of great
yeah,
quarterbacks don't get in first ballot. We'll see what happens with Ben this year. Kurt Warner, another guy that Eli has better, career
yeah,
than. So he'll get in a couple
yeah.
years. So I'll make sure. Hopefully, we get somebody, from the Panthers or somebody in. We'll do a Hall of Fame game down there.
Yeah. Well, regardless of what I think of my answer to that question, I'll tell you this much as an Eagles fan: Eli Manning definitely scared me in some games. You guys, he was good. He was a good quarterback, but I definitely think I think in the recent history, we've had the Giants number recently, but this year, you guys kicked our ass recently this year, and we split. So it was a great split this season. It was unfortunate to see Scadaboo obviously go down. I like Scadaboo. I think if he was in Philly, that's the type of player that we would have loved in Philadelphia. He has that type of personality, but I think you guys will have a good future. I just obviously hope that if you guys have a great team in the future, that you're second and we stay in first for years to come.
This is the first year where it's looking like. Justin, do you know off top when is the last time there was a back-to-back NFC East division winner?
2004.
2004. So like this is the year. This looks
ridiculous.
like the first year we might get back-to-back
Yep.
for Phillies.
Wow.
Yep.
That's the
Or there's a
parody of
terrible
the
collapse like
NFL.
what happened
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
years
It
ago
is.
too.
It is. It is looking that way. Knock on wood. But you never know, man. But yeah. It's crazy, and I think you can go Google to verify that. That is, we'll have to get Jeff, our stats guy, on that. I'm pretty sure that is a true fact. That it's been since 2004 that somebody in the NFC East has repeated as division champion.
Wild.
Yeah, it's
That's
one of the
Yeah,
craziest stats in like the NFL, actually. Yeah.
talk about competitive.
Yeah.
Hey, how about you both rank your hatred for the teams in the division? Like, who do you hate most to
Yeah. Well, I
the
think
teams
that
you somewhat kind of respect?
I would have to say I hate this Cowboys as the most. The Cowboys, then Giants, and then the Commanders. Yeah, but I hate them all. I hate them all equally. What about you, Bobby?
The Eagles are number one. I don't feel like I even need to explain that. Commanders are a sneaky number two for me, because I have a lot of friends who are Commanders fans, and as all good men should be, they should all hate
Interesting.
their friends' teams.
Yeah.
That's one of the bondings of male friendship is enjoying watching your friends' sports teams suffer. So, and then Cowboys is
Yeah.
number
It's
three.
it's a male
Big
canon
facts.
event.
Big
Yeah.
facts, Bobby. I love that.
Sure. For sure.
Hey, I just want to call back. I was looking at the chat, and Jeff backed up my stat. Aaron Rodgers has the record for 12 straight 200 plus yard and 100 rating games. The other guys for second are Drake May, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady. So, how many guys are on a list with Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady? And I'm just saying, most of the guys that would be on any list with them are Hall of Famers or the next big things. All things are pointing up in Foxborough right now. Just saying. We'll
Well,
see. It's still a long way to go. We'll see. It's just looking good.
well, who's on the list of QBs who threw the longest touchdown pass in Super Bowl history? I mean, which quarter, which what's the list of that? Wait a minute, it's just a list of one, Jake Delhomme. Just saying, since we're talking about lists here.
Jake the Snake.
Jake Delhomme,
The
baby.
Raging Cajun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to find something. Come on.
Jake
Good,
Delhomme.
but not good enough.
Who caught? Did Steve Smith catch it?
Musa Muhammad.
Musa Muhammad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that one. I
That
was like
the
10 years old.
Janet Jackson.
I remember when you guys had Chris Winkie. Remember Chris Winkie?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to forget.
The Panthers have a lot of good players. Jeremy Shockey, Luke Kuechly,
Oh,
Well, Luke Eagle was
Brian
a
that
beast.
was
Yeah.
tragic. That
Brian Burns on the Giants now. He was nice. I mean, they had a quarterback
Christian
room with Darnold and
Christian
Baker Mayfield. McCaffrey, yeah. Him and I don't see eye to eye, but yeah, I'll give him that nod.
fair enough.
Interesting.
Bananas. Now, Mike, I have a question for you. With all this newfound fame that you deservedly are getting, what's it like getting in contact with Carolina fans across the country? Because I've even noticed like fan groups in California and here, and I'm like, that is so cool. Like, have you gotten a chance to talk with a lot of them yet? Or
Yes, I am in talks with a fan group right now, and it's pretty awesome. The fan groups are awesome. Yeah, I can't say a whole lot right now. There's some things they're brewing, but yeah.
You'll never have to pay for a drink or a meal before the game again. Just walk around the parking lot, and every
Well,
tailgate's gonna want to pull
yeah,
you
but
over.
I'm in Minnesota though. That's the thing. So like, if I get down there, then yeah, I would imagine. And I wouldn't really expect that. So honestly, I don't really know like interacting with fans because I'm the only one up here.
Mike, I will pay for you, sir, to go walk around the parking lot of a Carolina Panthers game this year because you will be like the mayor. Are you kidding me? They'll probably put you on their shoulders and carry you around. Like, oh my god.
Hey man, there'd be some good content. You should do it. Take them up on it, maybe.
If I find myself in Carolina, I will definitely look you up, and I will believe me. Yeah, and I will make some posts and whatever like that. So once I get down there, if I get down,
Sir, I got 3 credit cards right here on the bed. I'll grab right now. You say the word. You let me know. We're gonna have a time for the ages.
You got to start the keep pounding chants.
We're
Mike.
gonna max you out, bro.
Do you know the origins of keep pounding? I need to know. Me and my friends went to a Brady game when he was with Tampa a few years ago. We drove down. We started like kind of a tradition doing that. And then he goes on to have one of his like worst career games of all time, no touchdowns. But the thing we took away was the chant of keep pounding. We just thought it was the dumbest shit we've ever heard ever.
Well, when I tell you
But
the story, you're gonna feel really bad. Just so you know, prepare.
Oh no!
I know. So,
Oh boy!
Sam
Set
Mills,
Boy,
yourself
here
up,
we
man.
go.
Sam
Receipts.
Mills,
Pull the
used to play-
receipts.
Yep, and he went to Carolina, and he was diagnosed with cancer before 2004.
Here we go.
I
Uh
know.
Great
Sorry.
job, Benjamin.
And so it's in like the neck of all their jerseys. You might remember this. I think I can't. I think it was their first Super Bowl as they were leading up to it. When they'd wear the white jerseys, they would have a T-shirt underneath it that had his number on it, and it would show through when they would start sweating, and his number, what was it, 54, would show through the jersey. But you
oh.
didn't know.
Wow.
You didn't know. You didn't know. It's fine.
Yeah. Damn. That's quite a history. I
Yeah.
guess we're gonna go viral for hating on cancer. I guess.
No,
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 I
no.
know you're not. No, no, no.
You had no idea.
No,
You
We
had
no,
don't
no
want
idea.
that
no, no,
content.
no, no,
I
no.
don't think anybody would know that really, unless you're like a diehard Carolina fan or.
True.
Benjamin
Yeah.
told me before the show he knew
But
about
it's
that.
stuck. It's stuck, and there it is.
And this
Yeah.
is why Ben
Damn.
gets the little piece of chicken at dinner, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn. Yeah. Well, that'll make my morning a lot better.
Oh boy. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the half. When we come back, we are going to bring back an institution that is known probably to, like, I don't know, 50 people. And after tonight, it'll probably be 51. So stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of the Bacon Shake Worldwide Presents You Teach Me to Football podcast. Yeah, mine. Now, actually, we had a great conversation going on off screen. Justin, I would, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind re-kicking that conversation real quick?
Yeah, well, we have Elvis Presley. I mean, Carolina Mike in the house here, and I wanted to ask Carolina Mike himself, you have this newfound fame. You are so viral with your videos, and you are so popular within the Carolina Panthers and sports community. What was your first video that made you kind of go viral, or kind of just made you you?
Fair enough. I'll say the first video actually wasn't even about music. It was about turkeys chasing my car. My used to be wife was filming me, and these turkeys were chasing me. I was trying to pull in her driveway and get out, but I couldn't because the turkeys were there attacking the car, and it blew up to like over 8 million views or whatever. Okay, but then fast forward to this year, it was just me standing back here with my headset on doing if I had 150K with the auto tune, and it just rest is history. It just kind of went on up.
People like it, man. They just it's just at the internet, man. People like what they like. So
I'm very grateful, very thankful.
yeah, cool stuff.
Turkeys get the views.
Yeah.
They gobble them up, man.
Hey, it's getting to be that time of year. Gobble gobble.
Mike, this is something I have not gotten clarity on, so I need you to tell me. Why 150,000? Why that number?
To make you ask why.
There we go. And it worked. It worked.
I mean, there's a few nuances to it, but ultimately, a million's been done, and I wanted it something people could relate to, right? I mean, 150,000 is a decent amount, but it's not like a million, okay? And also lyrically, that extra syllable, like to say if you had 100,000, no. If you add the 50 in there, it kind of gives a little extra panache to it. So
yeah.
You're not wrong. That's why I love it. Great. Good answer, sir. I have more questions coming for. As a matter of fact, gentlemen, does anybody, maybe Ben knows. Ben, you can come out of your hole. Do you know what time it is, sir?
I believe it's Matlib's time, Matt, aka Rick Ramon.
It is. It is time for Matt Lives. Now, I'm Rick Ramon. Matt is some handsome, guy that just started this thing not too long ago, a couple years ago. It's a bit of an institution, but guess what? He gifted it to Rick Ramon, and tonight, gentlemen, you get to partake. And so, I don't know if we have music, but we're going to come up with something. So, content manager, whenever you're done, Topher, hit the music. And we're back because there was no music. All right, here we go. 1 second, I dropped all my cards. They ran away. Hello,
is
cards.
it Rick Ramon or is it Rick Ramon?
You got it right the second time, sir. That's right.
That's some nice flair right there.
Ramon. All right. Now, I'm going to start off with my man, Justin, because this guy, like I said, he's always getting content every single day, somewhere, doing some event. Justin, you don't look shy. Your hustle muscle is always activated, but I got to ask you, what is the most nervous that you've ever been at an event that you've gone to?
when they asked me to go drive and pick up Big Play Slay and take him to a signing. Our
Darius
starting
Slayton.
Darius Slay, our
Oh,
cornerback. Big play Slay. He's on the Steelers now. When he was on the Steelers, this was before we won our Super Bowl in this past year. I had to go pick him up at the Marriott outside in Philly by the link, take him up to Park City Mall, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half drive. He signed autographs, took pictures there in the mall for about 2 hours, and I had to take him back to the Philly airport. It was on St. Patty's Day in 2024. It was the day of the signing, but that was the most nervous I ever was driving down to go pick him up because I knew I was going to meet him for the first time. I was a big fan, obviously. I knew I had to drive him. I had like his life was in my hands. I had the responsibility of that. I had to spend the whole day and get him to the airport and maneuver the whole signing with him and all that. And I was really, really nervous. And he didn't have anybody with him. It was just me and just him. So I felt like I was really I had a lot of responsibility for him that day. So I was really nervous with Big Play Slay, Darius Slay.
Who set up that play date? Was that his grandma too?
Yeah, who's grandma? Jalen Hurts' grandma. Yeah, yeah. No. I gotta still get in touch with her. But that was Sports Unleashed, a memorabilia store in York, Pennsylvania, where I used to own my Philly Pretzel Factory, a pretzel shop. I got to know the guys there, became really good friends with them. Used to donate pretzels to them and whatnot. And when I made that connection, and they knew how big of a fan I was, and that I've worked other signings with players, they asked me then when they were able to book Slay to come to their store, and do the signing and whatnot at the mall, that would I go pick him up. So that's what happened.
That is a wild story that I was not expecting, sir. That was also a great answer.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was one of the, I'd say, probably top one or top two craziest moments, like just surreal moments of my life, was being able to do that back then because I was such a fan, and I'm just like, this is so cool.
That's
you know?
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, again, obviously, we're a football podcast. I'm going to try to keep it football as much as possible. So, Bobby, I have a question for you because your team interests me. Now, obviously, you have very good young guys that are all injured right now. You are probably looking at a high first round pick. Would you spend that first round pick on an offensive player?
absolutely. Where I would look is the offensive line. I haven't like looked at the draft and know who's going to be there. The Giants actually have like a pretty good offensive line right now, starting with Andrew Thomas. Like that's been a huge benefit to Jackson Dart. I think it's allowed him to play the way that he does. And I don't want to take that for granted. Everyone's going to focus on wide receiver and getting another wide receiver here with Malik Neighbors. And I get it, and I would love that too. But I am really wanting to get another, continue to build the offensive line with what they have. Maybe they do it in free agency and that changes things. But outside of that, I do look at the defense. I know there's that linebacker from Ohio State that people like a lot. I wouldn't mind getting another, defensive tackle in the middle, put next to Dex. So I like 4 out of the top five positions I want are defense, but I want to continue to add to the offensive line.
Okay. All right, now Carolina Mike. And by the way, am I addressing you properly, or would you just like to be called Mike or Michael?
Mike is fine. Carolina, it don't matter. Mike.
Okay.
Mike is fine. You can go with Mike.
Michael.
Don't ask me some like deep technical like.
No.
The one you gave Bobby, that's gone. No, man.
I got no. Actually, yours are a little more personalized, sir, but that's for a reason. So, I learned about you because of your song, but as I start deep diving into your Spotify and iTunes, I have to say I stumbled upon some other bangers, and so I would like for you to tell me a little bit more about your music career.
Okay. Anything in particular you want to know?
Skate Funk.
Yeah. So, that was like around like right around COVID. Okay, that's when I wrote that. I was really into roller skating. And the song itself doesn't necessarily lend itself to roller skating feel, but I was so in love with roller skating, and I had this song that I was about to release, and I was like, you know what, F it, this is your roller skate funk. That's what this song is.
Yo.
And it was also, fun fact, I got it mastered for free. Shout out to Rare Form Mastering. They were running a promo. They were like, hey, you got a song, I'll master it for free, that he was just trying to give back to the community during a COVID time. And I've ended up sticking with that same mastering engineer, and he mastered 150K and Maple Syrup.
Woo! Okay.
And he's mastered stuff for like AC/DC, Prince. He's got some some great projects under his belt. So.
Well, I don't know if you noticed an uptick in the spins on iTunes, but that might have been this guy right here. So,
hey, thank you, appreciate it.
So, thank you. You got me. That was like an hour of zoning out. I had Roller Skate Funk on. I was like, oh yeah, I'm listening to this all the time. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yep. All right, now again, are you working on any other music? I mean, I know you just dropped Maple Syrup, but like, what do you have an album coming out? What is next on the agenda?
There are plans for an album, at least in my brain. Okay. And I've got another song. The current title is Mike Funk. And I don't know. I feel like that title's not going to make the cut, especially if my daughter has anything to do with it. She loves the song, but she hates the title. She's like, you can't. You got Roller Skate Funk. You can't just name it Mike Funk.
Okay. All right. What's up?
Did Ramon freeze? There you are.
No.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, you gave me a heart attack, sir. All right.
This has been a thing in the past.
Into a pumpkin, boys. That's all I'm saying. So you get all right. Woo. All right. Oh, jeez. Yeah. All right, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Do you like me? No, I'm just kidding. All right, Ben. Brady.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes is a good answer. Brady, the commentator, over or underrated?
I would say neither. I would say perfectly rated. I mean, he doesn't blow me away. If I'm listening to a broadcast, I always want to get his take, what he's seeing, what he's thinking. But like, I don't think he's the worst one ever. I mean, he has a little bit of his own flair, you know. He has like the little personal, like, oh, and he like, it's like he's actually like watching as a fan. And for me, just watching the game, like, I don't need the broadcast to be that good. I mean, I do want to have a strong broadcaster. Don't get me wrong, but to me, it's not a huge deal, but I think he's fine as a broadcaster. Definitely overpaid if we're going to talk about anything over under. By far overpaid. Like, he should not be making that much to call one game a week for. He works what, 16, 17 days plus playoffs, so maybe like 20 days a year, and he makes 50 million. Like, that I think is kind of ridiculous. Like, that should not be a thing. But, you know, I don't negotiate the contracts. I don't decide who gets to pay him. You know, you want big names, you want people to watch your games. There's no bigger name than him. So if ultimately you want eyeballs on your products, you're that's what you're gonna get. But I think he's fine as a broadcaster.
I mean, I'll negotiate right now, and Fox, you can save about 49 million and some change. We'll just get Carolina Mike on, give him that 150K. He can just throw it around in the announcer booth the whole time, just throw it at the glass. Oh yeah, you telling me people wouldn't watch? I'm watching.
Yeah, I need more of a better play-by-play guy than a color commentator.
Yep. We give him another 150 just shoot at the crowd.
I, as a fan, know what's going on. I don't need it being explained, but what I'm watching, I want to be exciting. So I want like a good play-by-play. So I wish Joe Buck did more than just ESPN on Monday. I want Joe Buck to do football and baseball forever.
Fair. All right, Justin, this is going to be a tough one, and I'm going to keep it PG-13 here. So, Mary, Love, and Cunningham, Foles, and McNabb.
God. I'll kill McNabb.
I will too.
No Campbell's chunky noodle soup for you.
He threw up in the Super Bowl. He blew that Super Bowl for us. So, Cunningham didn't. Well, Cunningham. I correct myself. He did make one, but he didn't win one either. I'll marry Cunningham and I'll Nick Foles.
Oh,
no.
Come on, don't like edit that or crop that or something. You better like have some context before you like put that out.
13, trust me, sir. We're going to keep it PG-13. We're not going to get in trouble. Everybody's got jobs, right? Yep. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Podcast goes viral for hating cancer and wanting to have sex with Nick Foles.
Oh my God!
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, can't wait to make the title. If I had a job, that'd be the new.
We're going straight to the top here.
It's a cold world out there. Do what you gotta do.
All right, Bobby. I know you love your guy, but I'm just curious. Is there anybody in the league that you would trade your boy Jackson Dart for, QB or otherwise?
If we're just talking, I'll take Josh Allen. You know, like I guess the guy who's the best quarterback in the NFL right now, him or Lamar or Mahomes. So yeah, I guess that'd be the easy one. If we're talking about like a young quarterback, I hate to give Ben some credit, but Drake May. Like as much as I like Jackson Dart, Drake May has been unreal this year. I don't care. Like, we've seen a lot of second-year quarterbacks against easy schedules still be just bad second-year quarterbacks. May's like, kind of shown to be the real deal so far. So for like quarterbacks out of the last like I guess like last 4 years, so you have the Stroud Young class, the Drake May class. Who am I missing in there? The Kenny Pickett one or whatever. So yeah, I'd say Drake May would be like the young quarterback I like the most.
Yep.
With Jaden Daniels right there, but the injuries are starting to catch up to him, too.
Is he the
Yeah.
next RG3?
I think he's better than
No.
RG3 as a player. It's just the injury wise, yeah, he's just starting to catch up with him.
With how frail he is, that was my biggest concern with him last year. It was a miracle that he made it through the whole season without getting hurt. It was bound to catch up to him with the way he plays. But hopefully, this is a lesson to be learned. I mean, when you think about it, RG3 was a one-hit wonder. I mean, Jaden Daniels was Rookie of the Year, and he was playing well this year too. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're not one and the same. They just play the same way.
Yep. All right, Carolina Mike, I don't want to get too personal, but I kind of want to just go with me here, all right? So I don't know if you're booed up or not, but who are you taking to the Grammys next year at the rate you're going?
Who am I taking to the Grammys? Like, I could pick anybody? Like, we're talking
Anybody.
celebrity?
Matt Reeves. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Janet Jackson.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Panthers Patriots halftime show.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. We'll be on the stage.
Subliminal.
It was a great
subliminal
halftime
message.
show. Great halftime show.
That was Janet and Justin's plan the whole time. 21 years ago. Carolina Mike, we have to send him a subliminal message.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. That will be a dream. So, putting it into the universe.
All right,
Janet, if you're watching. So, there you go.
Hey, content
Yeah.
manager, slide in her DMs. She definitely has Instagram.
It's happening. Listen, I got you boys here tonight. I can do anything. All right, Janet Jackson, you're next on the list. You're going to the Grammys and Carolina Mike, so get ready. That's it. It's been
Love
decided. Yeah, that was decided. And finally, Ben, I'm just curious because I like messing with Patriots fans. Since it's fun. Belichick, over or underrated?
I mean the coaching definitely underrated, but I mean I feel like he's not underrated. I feel like he's properly rated as a coach.
Okay.
As a GM, definitely overrated. Like, yeah, he had a lot of good finds, but like definitely more. I'd say out of three, like two misses to one hit, like every like three of his draft picks. Like you just go back year after year, receiver especially. Like they have not drafted a receiver. I mean, they got lucky with Julian Edelman, but I don't really like consider. I mean, he had a great career and he proved he proved that he belonged in the NFL. But like he wasn't getting first round grades. You got lucky, just like you got lucky drafting Brady. I mean, if you wanted him to be your quarterback, you would have started him his rookie year, but you didn't. I mean, a lot of his career is based on luck. I mean, like Drew Bledsoe getting hurt. The tuck rule game, and like I mean, what happened after you can't really like say it as luck, but the way it kind of started was lucky. Um, but yeah, as far as getting back to Belichick, I'd say he's one of the best coaches ever. There's no doubt about that. Overrated as a general manager, but I would say questionable as a person. Definitely has some moral issues outside of football.
That's true. I
I
think
don't want to. Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt. I think the UNC stuff is severely making people underrate him as a coach.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Yep.
They had the like continuously great defenses, like and Ben said, yeah, GM stuff like with not great players, right? Like you kept all the same players with Gerard Mayo, and it went from like a top 5 defense to a bottom 5 defense continuously. You know, Bill Parcells with the Giants back in the days, like the credit he gives them for the defensive game plans. And you talk to offensive guys like Roger and stuff, like nobody can have a defense change week to week and have them prepared.
Yeah,
the way
it's
that
unreal.
Bill Belichick is. And offensively, like obviously you got to have the quarterback and Tom Brady help, but like Tom wasn't that in the beginning, right? We forget what it was like at the very beginning. And they changed the offense depending on who it was. Whether it was you having 2 tight ends, you know, let's bring in Wes Welker and Randy Moss and Dante Stallworth, and we're going to really get wide open. So I think he's become severely underrated as a coach because the UNC thing has been just a total disaster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which,
the back nine of his career is definitely here. I will say though, if the Giants season continues to go the way it is, Bobby, hot take: Bill Belichick is your next New York Giants head coach. You heard it here first.
I feel like I
Send him
love
off
Bill.
into retirement. Retirement job right there.
He's
Back to
he's
where
like
it
one of
all
my football
started.
heroes, but it's time, right? It becomes time for everybody, and it's just time for Bill to hang it up.
Maybe you can get
Yeah.
James Franklin to be your coach.
Yeah, he is available.
I'm a Penn State fan, and I can't. I'm so happy they got rid of him, but that's another story for another day.
He'll be the OC of the Eagles next year when they fire
Oh,
Petula.
good God, please no. I'll take Mike McDaniel maybe to get rid of him.
Yeah,
boys,
we're
I promised everybody that I would have you all in bed at a proper time. And I'm going to stay true to my word, all right? I'm sure Carolina Mike has got like 9,000 people bothering him right now. We're going to let this man go tend to his affairs, okay? But again, before we sign off, I have to say thank you to each and every one of you guys because, again, this honestly was something I thought about for a long time. And the fact that we're getting to do this tonight, it's an honor and a blessing. So, again, gentlemen, thank you all for joining me tonight. I cannot thank you enough.
Thank you.
yeah,
Thanks for having us, man.
Nice
a lot
It's
meeting
a
of
you.
lot of
fun.
fun. It's fun.
It's always fun talking ball with the boys.
Yep. So, if you'd like to see more, we're going to be coming back every single week as much as we humanly can. Bacon Shake Worldwide, Rick Ramon, all these handsome panelists. Go check out Carolina Mike. Hit the like and subscribe button and go listen to his music on Spotify and iTunes because if you don't, you are missing out on some quality music. Roller skate from his mind, you can't have it. That's all I can say. All right. Gentlemen, thank you. Good night.
Peace.
Signing off.
Maybe buy a little pony from a baby girl. Just might take a trip around the world. I buy some yoga and meditate. I get some brand new roller skates. I spend some cash and fix this beat. I might get some escargot to eat. Oh, what you said that's made with snails. Instead, do you have blue crabs for sale? I'll take 100 dozen and cook them up. Then share with my friends as we party up. If you had 150,000, what would you do? 150 grand in your hand, what would you do? If you had 150,000, what